Hey guys, it's your Warcore Pairs Wonder and welcome to my Raw results video. Uh, Raw was pretty good, Raw starts off, before it actually started off, Vicky Guerrero made the announcement that the main event was going to be John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio, a champion versus champion match. So, she made a good match. And, then Raw's, intro and pyro and stuff like that goes up, starts, and then out comes Daniel Bryan, and he talks about how he's gonna win the Money in the Bank ladder match after making Randy Orton tap out to the no lock last week. Then out comes Sheamus, saying that Daniel Bryan has won a world title before. Sheamus was the man who beat Bryan for that title in only 18 seconds. And Sheamus also said that he wasn't going to make the bold prediction that he was going to win the Money in the Bank in 18 seconds. I don't think you could win a ladder match 18 seconds unless you're like Usain Bolt and your opponents just stand there and let you do it. Everyone involved in the Money in the Bank ladder match except Rob Van Dam came out to the ring, and they started talking about what they're gonna do. Punk came out last of the six of them, and he started talking to Van Dam, and he said he knows Van Dam's gonna put his body on the line in order to get the briefcase. And then Punk was about to start going around and maybe saying good stuff about everyone, because he was just about to start talking about Randy Orton. Then Daniel Bryan said, no. Just go around talking about how you're better than all of us. So Punk basically said, yeah, that's pretty much it. Bryan and Kane. Bryan kept insulting Randy Orton. Orton warned Bryan. Orton and Bryan did it again, and as Orton went over, Kane stepped between them. Why, I don't know. But Bryan then turned Kane around and said, No. I don't need anyone to fight my battle for me. And Kane turns around and gets RKO'd. And everyone's like, okay, we're leaving now. So, yeah. Randy Orton had the last say in that particular segment. And Kane got RKO'd because of Daniel Bryan again. Next thing was the first match of the night was a six-man tag team match between The Shield against Christian and the Usos. A rematch from SmackDown. The Shield won this time. Thanks to the numbers game that they always utilize. It was announced that the Usos will get their tag team title match on the pre-show before Money in the Bank. So, that is gonna be something to look forward to on the pre-show. Next was the returning Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler and Action on Monday Night Raw for the first time since his loss to Alberto Del Rio at Payback. He was taking on Jinder Mahal of 3MB. He picked up the victory. Ziggler actually came out alone. There was no AJ, no Big E, but we did actually see those two later in the night, referring to Big E and AJ. But I'll get to that in just a second. But yeah, Ziggler went out alone. He beat Jinder Mahal, and he managed to fend off a potential attack from Slayer and McIntyre, hitting Slayer with zigzag, and after he laid out all three members of 3MB, he stood at the top of the announcer table, pretty much indicating that he was all good. Ricky Guerrero was again being pulled in three different directions by Mr. McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and Triple H. And it was revealed that next week she's going to have a job performance evaluation deal where either she'll be in the middle of the ring on Raw, where either she'll be promoted to permanent general manager of Raw, which she wants, or fired. Lose her job altogether. And I don't think it's looking good for her, because it's 2 against 1 in favor of her being out the door. Stephanie does not like her, Mr. McMahon does not like her, and Triple H is the only one who thinks, you know. I'll be honest, I don't like Vicky Guerrero. I think she should just go home. She's not a good general manager. But she has been doing well as of late, but you know, this is just because of the pressure being put on her by the McMahons and Triple H.
1960.
Weird. So yeah. Would Vicky Guerrero be giving us these great matches that she has over the past couple of weeks if she wasn't under pressure? Probably not. Anyways, that's something to look forward to. One of the main things to look forward to on next week's Raw, so I'll definitely preview that next week. Yeah. Next match was a match between Kane and Randy Orton, with Daniel Bryan as the special referee. To make up for Kane getting RKO'd twice, Daniel Bryan got in this rematch with Randy Orton from this past Friday on SmackDown, but Bryan was put as the referee. First, Daniel Kane won via disqualification after Orton pushed Bryan, but then Kane said no, he wasn't going to accept that. He demanded that Bryan restart the match, which Bryan did. So, they will continue on. Eventually, knocks Randy Orton down with a big boot, and Daniel Bryan fast counted. I think I clapped like 4 times there. It doesn't matter. But he fast counted Orton out, and you could tell Kane was annoyed. Grabbed Bryan by the throat. It looked like he was gonna chokeslam him, but Kane threw him off and just left. But Bryan turned around into the RKO. And that will teach Daniel Bryan, you do not cost Randy Orton a match. The next match was Sheamus facing the returning Fandango. Fandango, his first appearance since his concussion earlier last month. But Sheamus picked up the victory via countout because the ballroom dancer, or that Fandango is, felt discretion was the better part of battle. Oh, he left the match intentionally getting counted out, leaving Sheamus as the winner. Next was a match between The Miz and Ryback, or Cryback, as Chris Jericho calls him. Speaking of Jericho, Jericho was on commentary during the match, which didn't last very long. The Miz was attacking Ryback's leg, which was injured this past Friday on SmackDown in a match Ryback had with Justin Gabriel. And the Ryback actually had the referee stop the match. I've never ever seen this happen before. I've never seen one of the superstars actually ask the referee to stop the match. The referee usually, he does go in and ask them, like, do you want to continue? And usually the superstars say no, but Ryback stopped the match. Other than his victory over the Great Khali a few weeks ago, Ryback's not been doing that well since his return. He just barely beat Justin Gabriel. Well, and he lost to The Miz under his own, because he gave up. He pretty much gave up. And after the match, Ryback, I don't know what Ryback was saying to The Miz. He was saying something to The Miz. Miz was like prepared to fight off Ryback. He thought like maybe Ryback was going to attack him. But before Ryback could do anything, Ryback was spun around by Chris Jericho and hit with the Code Breaker. And really, he does not. It is definitely not a good thing for Ryback going into Money in the Bank. The next thing was Mark Henry addressing the WWE Universe and sending a message to John Cena, talking about again how he was away from his family a long time. He was never giving a proper shot at the WWE Championship and all that good stuff. But basically, Mark Henry basically said he's gonna win the WWE Championship at Money in the Bank, and no one's gonna stop him. I figure John Cena is gonna have something to say about that come Money in the Bank, but you know, when your moniker is the world's strongest man, You can pretty much do whatever you damn well please. The next was the tag team match between the Primetime Players against Punk and Axel. Punk and Axel picked up the victory. Punk hit the GTS on Darren Young. As he was about to maybe go for the victory, Axel tagged himself in and stole the victory from Punk. And you could see Punk was not happy. No appearance by Brock Lesnar again. What a frigging surprise. Caitlyn, next was a match between Caitlyn and Alicia Fox, which Caitlyn was the victor in. After the match, AJ Lee and Big E came out. AJ started talking about how she didn't appreciate Caitlyn trying to destroy her character on SmackDown. And then AJ showed like a picture of Caitlyn in bikini, but she was like super fat. I mean, like, if you've ever seen the movie Big Mama, just picture that white and not man in a fat suit. And you have what the picture is. It's probably somewhere. But yeah, AJ playing more head games with Caitlyn. Caitlyn didn't seem to be too bothered about that. She was like not even caring. Then Stephanie McMahon. Next thing was Stephanie McMahon confronting Vic Guerrero and telling her about the job evaluation, how she should listen to her and not her dad or her husband Triple H. Pretty much that was what led Stephanie to tell Vicky that there will be a job evaluation next week. Next match was Antonio Cesaro against Cody Rhodes. Before the match, Zeb Coulter started to talk his nonsense again, and just blabbing and blabbing and blabbing. Jesus Christ. I'm begging someone to shut this guy up. I don't care who does it, I just want someone to shut him up. Or else I'll do it myself. Coulter talked about some new laws being passed. Then he started hating on, like, marriage, and I think he was, like, hating on gay marriage. I mean, I don't know what everyone's problem with that is. I mean, no matter whether you're gay, lesbian, straight, it doesn't matter. You deserve to be happy. Everyone should be allowed to marry. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's ridiculous, right? It's ridiculous. And then Zeb Coulter did another thing I don't like. He introduced the returning Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger, who hasn't been seen since a very long time, came out and joined Cesaro and Coulter on the stage, and then they did their "We the People" thing. But for Swagger, it should be "Weed the People."
If Coulter has a problem with people like from another country, why is he teaming up with Antonio Cesaro? Anyway, the match was Antonio Cesaro versus Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes lost the match to Cesaro when Cesaro hit the neutralizer. Oh, and you should have heard Cesaro's introduction. Now from Lucha, Switzerland, but now residing in the United States. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Seriously? Now he's American? I give up. I really give up with those guys. Anyway, onto the main event. John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio. It was a really good match, and when Cena had the upper hand, out came Mark Henry to distract him, to do the typical heel thing and play a bit of head games. That allowed Del Rio to get the upper hand, but then came out Dolph Ziggler, who climbed up on the top rope and started shouting at Del Rio, "Hey, Del Rio, hell Del Rio, hey Del Rio," and Del Rio turned around. He was going for the cross arm breaker. You could see he was going for the cross arm breaker, but he stopped because he saw Ziggler, and that allowed Cena to fight out of it and hit the attitude adjustment and pick up the victory. Ziggler is satisfied with his work, head back to the locker room. Del Rio rolled out of the ring. Don't know where he went, but disappeared. Mark Henry took the WWE Championship and went into the ring and threw it down on the floor. Cena was a bit hesitant to go and get it because I guess he was trying to make sure that Henry didn't attack him. Henry decided to leave, but he then did this as he was leaving, pretty much saying Cena's time is up come Money in the Bank. So it was also revealed that finally the Wyatt family will debut next week on Raw. So that's two things to look forward to on next week's Raw. Big Guerrero's firing, and the Wyatt family finally debuting. They better be worth the wait. I mean, come on. They better do something pretty memorable. Is that a word? Memorable. They better do something. Oh, yeah. What's the point? Let me know what you thought of Raw. And, yeah. So, yeah. What did you think of Raw? Was it good? Was it bad? If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd say I'd give it a 6. And that's being kind of generous. It wasn't really that good. Other than hearing that Vicky Guerrero will be fired next week and that the Wyatt family will debut next week, and the WWE Champion John Cena and Cena versus Del Rio, that was pretty much the only highlights. Otherwise, pretty dull Raw. I mean, for me, it was pretty dull. Let me know what you saw in the comment section below. And this has been your boy, Corey 1. Please like, subscribe, and peace.